credit cards and pubs and this COVID thing. They're all payments, aren't they? Done by card now, aren't they? They seem to be pushing it over. All payments done by card. Nice and easy. Swipe, swipe, swipe. No handling of dirty money. You know, that type of thing. Yeah. So when you'll get let back out again, you'll probably find like your restaurants, your pubs, your food outlets. Yeah. We'll just be accepting credit cards only. Now the thing is, if we all get rid of like money eventually and have it on credit cards only, everybody think, yeah, cool, 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 you know, the modern way of thinking. Look at me, I've got a credit card, pay via my phone, whatever, all that sort of stuff. It's cool as. Yeah, but they can start monitoring you now as accurately as either messing up or getting the drills correct for COVID. Either way, it's accurately done, isn't it? Yeah. So all your payments, what I'm saying is all your payments on credit cards, they'll know exactly what you're buying on all of your social things. What that means is they'll have a record per household or per partner or however you are on the electoral roll or whatever. Yeah, or in your bank. You buy so much booze, yeah, per week or month or day. They'll know where you drink, where you socialise and everything. And they'll probably start getting rid of you in your workplaces because they'll think, hold on a minute, this guy's pulling a fast one, he looks all right. This woman pulls a fast one, she looks all right. And yet really, they're pissed all the time. Alcoholics, you know, the hidden ones. Or just people who don't think they're drinking too much yet are. Become liable. Now, the alcohol world is a big, big conglomerate, don't get me wrong. Loads of money. But you know what's more than that? Productivity of all the other businesses combined. Yeah, now if you can get a country, yeah, running smoother, less people having hangovers, less people fighting, arguing, which disrupts workplace and all that sort of stuff because people can't come into work because either the pissed up wife or husband hit each other, for each other, families breaking up, all that sort of stuff. The productivity of your own country's clogs, the mechanisms in your own country to eradicate drinking away from the workplace. What I'm saying is you're probably allowed to have a few sociables, but any more than that, you'd be classed as a liability. So will your employment path be either stopped or diverted to, you know, no opportunity knocks, if you get me? You can all have your sociable, but you can't get pissed. You can't become alcoholics. Don't get me wrong, they'll open up a black market. Black markets anywhere, everywhere. Yeah? There's black markets everywhere in this island because they want it a black market because it creates them to employ police to have more money and goes on and on and on with other things. It's all designed, isn't it, everybody? But the design of everybody, you know, using swipe cards, right, you know, is a psychological flip over. While you're all in fear, thinking you do the right things by a virus, from 2 meters to this, to wash hands, to this, to that, to this, to that, to that, to that, to this. Yeah? Compliance. Everybody will think, yeah, great, well, it's all right. You don't have to take money out on the razzle because you can just pay by card. Yeah, they'll know how much you drank that night. Yeah, they'll start categorizing you. Yeah, they will, because that's what they're doing. They're dividing you up anyway, you know, mask wearers, non-mask wearers, this, that, and the other. So they'll get into your blinking banks. They'll know that you spent like 20 quid one night on booze, 20 quid the other night on booze, 50 quid, whatever. Yeah, and they will look and they will work out, because they'll have all the information prior and they will got it all stored, what is the best person to do the job. It would be a sober person, wouldn't it? Do you get me? So I wouldn't be surprised if half the people are going out doing this like, oh, you know, support this next agenda type thing. Let's go to the pubs and pay by card because it's not COVID. it's COVID free that way. It's less COVID dangerous. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. I think you're blinkeredly slicing your throats with the plastic that's in your hand. Yeah, by not using cash. Don't bother me. I don't drink. Do you know what I mean? But imagine your boss. All he's got to do is press your thing in, right, and work out your payment things and all that sort of stuff. They'll all be linked in. They'll tell you that they're not. Yeah, it's a blag, you'll never know, but they'll be linked in. They'll be able to find out information and just work out what sort of individual they've got within the workplace. And if you're too much of a liability, or you're going over the recommended dosage of alcohol per week, per units, per bod, yeah, they'll have somebody who doesn't do that. Yeah. Just thought I'd let you know while you're enjoying yourselves. Like I say, the country, yeah, when it needs to drive forward with a clean engine and all that sort of stuff, that could be a possibility. And they'll, over time, they'll be getting old people, like, because you're all multicultural, not really, you know, you're not neighbourhoodly bound together like back in the old days of the terrace houses and all that sort of stuff everywhere. No, you're all like mixed up now and all free to be diverse and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, they'll have a like neighbourhood grass type of thing. So if people start trying to do their moonshine, yeah, well, if they don't, we'll do moonshine on the side, so they won't know we drink so much and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you've still got the difficulties of being a blinking pisshead or an alcoholic at work anyway, trying to scab it because everybody else super clean and you lot will just be boffing of alcohol, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. So there'll be difficulties there, but they'll be doing it. You know, the people who will just drink and don't ask about work or whatever. You know, or they'll just get that sort of job that they don't care whether you're a bit. You have 10, 20 pints or whatever. That's even if you're just on the dole, maybe. There'll be a black market for booze, won't there? Like there were moonshine days in America. Yeah, like I say, you'll have a whole area. Yeah, you remember we got a lot of Muslims who don't agree with alcohol at all. Yeah, they can turn them into grasses. Yeah, to the police to let people know these moonshine places are. All that sort of stuff, because nobody's loyal to each other anymore. Not even the same religions and nothing or anything. Nothing. You're all on your own. Nothing. You're on your own. You can be monitored by cards and all that sort of stuff. Even your blinking bank accounts can close you all down and nobody will give a shit. It's happening already. It happened to me a while back, about 8, 9 years ago. Already been through it. Nobody wanted to know. Yeah, lost 156 quid. Via Santander, because they opened up a new account for me, right? Yeah, and yet they didn't move the direct debits, so the direct debits all came out of an empty account. They didn't close down, so I got all charged for all my direct debits. Yeah, they're the ones who moved it without telling me. Just told me that they'd moved it with a letter afterwards. Didn't say they were going to move it or anything. So they opened up a new account, yeah, and then bounced all the other lot off, and I got 156 quid. It was charged for it. Nobody believed it. Nobody wanted to know or anything. And it's happened to people already. They're getting their Santander accounts closed down just because they might be right wing or left wing or whatever. That type of thing. Or asking questions against the system. Yeah. Because they all get productivity out of the fleshy human being, if need be. If you're going to give them more of your soul to the system and just go along with it without thinking, yeah, I think you'll become, you might as well be animals that go into a room and just tap on a wall to get your dinner. A bit like a pigeon tapping for food. Yeah. Can't be a secret drinker at home because the household might only have like so many units per week for the 4 people of that age in that house. And if you go over it, You try getting even your kids even getting a job because they think they come from a booze place, because everybody's things will be recorded. Yeah, that'll stale the place off a bit, won't it? And you won't get no hidden alcoholics in the workplace. MPs can't go off and get pissed or have drinks at dinner time because it'll all be down recorded. Yeah, but none of them lot, they'll have their secret bar inside the place anyway, so don't give a shite about you lot. You can't zip off at dinner time and have a wine with your dinner or nothing like that, business meals or nothing, because it'll all be down as that's how the human being doesn't work well. Less productivity because of the infiltration of alcohol within the business. Yeah, greed won't want pissheads. Greed will want it shining, man. Shining goes so smooth, they make billions. Yeah, billions, man. Just a thought on Sunday afternoon. I don't use cards. I use cards, tell a lie. I use a card to get my money out and maybe purchase something like some bread from the local shop. If you're too short on cash, you might have £3 in your pocket, you might buy £5 worth of stuff. Very rarely use it. Use cash only. However, I appreciate the use of a card and all the rest of it. The combined two is alright. Yeah? But to take one over and just totally leave the other, I think there's a lot of hidden loads of crap and also temptations for, people who control people to want to control them even more. But eventually, I think it'll be a self-cutting scenario for everyone. Yeah. Don't be slaves to the computer, the system. Be stuck in it. Absolutely stuck in it. So when you're at home, you're still stuck in it because you have to abide by everything. Otherwise, you're less job worthy. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe even you blinking, if your mum and dad have drank too much or whatever in the past and your kids grow up, that might have a blank list against their name just on the computer. Self-categorizing computer check type of what sort of human flesh being, weakness or strength type of individual get in your workplace.